everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. 8 wins in a row. Don't forget the random. We're gonna be in the front half, maybe Blue Baby? It's every freaking time it's Judas in the modern era. I don't understand it, okay? Curse of the Labyrinth, a little scary, but here's your seed. 3T6A, Chick 8. I was trying to think of an anecdote. So, I mean, you ever hear that short story where, like, you know, and it's also commonly like, when my dad was in college, they got 4 pigs. Or 3 pigs, that's the whole point of the bit, oh my god. And they painted 1, 2, 4 on the 3 pigs. So that when the school administrators found the 3rd pig, my favorite Sebado song, ooh boy, they were like, where's number 3? And they looked for hours, but there never was a number 3. And that pig's name, Alfred Einstein's. So that's why I was like, Chick 8, but really there were only 7 chicks. But then I was like, I don't know where to go from there. And that's the terms on which we've started our video here. So honestly, we're lucky-ish to be alive right now. Now, we would be very unlucky to not get a deal with the devil or to die on this floor. Either of those would be pretty terrible. Please go this way, and I was hoping you were one of the bomb ones, even though in my head I knew you weren't. Dead Bird is useless right now. It's not to say it can't become useful at a later date, but truth be told, and I mean, I've probably spoken ad nauseum about this in the past, I really like playing as Judas once you get a single bit of HP, even if it's a spirit art. Now, easy come, easy go, although actually in this case it would be like easy come, hard go, which is a sentence that didn't feel right to say. Felt like I was saying something dirty. I was getting away with it. Now we're talking. 99 bombs. But, you know, there's that little tension at the start of a Judas run where you're just like, I don't know if this is going to work out. Once you get a little bit of HP, it becomes fun. You can sort of like, I can't say you can relax just because we got a single spirit heart, but like, you know, you start to be able to enjoy it a little bit more. Live in the moment, you know? It's not a secret room, obviously. I don't know if I even want... I mean, I want it, but I don't know if what I want the most right now is Small Rock. Luckily, we just got another Spirit Art, so we don't have to worry about it. But I think, in general, I'm really starting to realize that, you know, a lot of common items are speed downgrades, and it annoys me to an enormous degree. But we're gonna have to not just sight unseen take Small Rock. If our come on, if our speed is below like 1.01, we probably shouldn't take Small Rock right away. At least look around and see if you get a speed upgrade first. Very happy to get a key, which in all likelihood we will save for the next floor. Like if we had Small Rock, I'm not saying we would have been hit there, but I think there's a chance we could have been. It makes a difference. Same with the virus. That's why, like, you know, Kidney Stone, I have no problem saying no to in today's day and age, because I think the fact that it gives you a shot speed downgrade is just a slap in the face. You know, the item, it already self-balances by, like, forcing you, or rather making it pretty likely that you're going to mess up your tears from time to time because you're not going to notice that your Kidney Stone is active. You don't need another a negative associated with it. It already has a penalty. Moreover, not every item needs to be like 50% good, 50% bad, but even, well, I guess I just disproved my own point, but anyway. But the virus burns me up, dude, because it's like, it's a part of so many useful transformations and whatnots, but oh well. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Sure, Guppy's Collar is nice. Succubus is good. Good to great, even. I don't think that's controversial. And then Crackjacks into a speed upgrade. Well, a speed upgrade trinket. We got some decent stuff going on here. No, yeah, we're good to go. No instant wins, but, you know, we got 90 bombs, 10 cents, enough keys, and Succubus. Plus a little chance of a Guppy conundrum coming down here. Not to mention, I was just going to say, our deal with the devil chance is relatively high because of the way that the penalty works on reroll floors. Now that I have a false sense of security, let's squander all of our existing HP and play like a moron. It's kind of been the the strategy I've employed lately. It's alright. I think he was getting hurt by his own creep. That's like the saddest story never told. Okay, I think we will, with Book of Belial, we got a real nice chance to make something beautiful happen here. Bloody Penny. I like it. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately. Fortunately, we have a more viable trinket while Bloody Penny proves to be sort of useless right now. The chests have been relatively good so far. Forgot we had Latchkey, so it makes sense. We're already done with this room, and... well, money went nicely there. You ever think about the expression, money doesn't grow on trees? You realize, like... there's a really bad expression. Because money is predominantly made out of paper. It really could have... if they had said, you know, money doesn't come out of thin air. Now that I'll give you. Even though, you know, if you want to be really pedantic, there's carbon dioxide in the air. That carbon dioxide is, you know, inspired by trees. And then through metabolic processes becomes wood, among other things, which becomes paper. But anyway, see, I think at that point it would be a little bit pedantic and they would have already left in the middle of this conversation. But money does grow on trees, though, is the thing. And yeah, I know there's coins, but nobody likes coins. And actually, it pained me to say that because it's one of, you know, there's a, in case you're not aware, a little bit of sibling rivalry between Canada and America. I'm not gonna get into the, like, the real anger about it because it frustrates me and also viewers. But, like, you know, I popped into a Twitch chat the other day, and people know me because I'm very famous. One of the top 5,000 or 6,000 streamers on the platform. And somebody said, hey, look, it's the streamer from North Mexico. And I was like, dude, that's just ignorant. Like, I don't need to ask where you're from, because it's apparent by the fact that you're insulting both Canada and Mexico in a single message. Like, I didn't even respond to it, because I was mostly just aghast. It was like, first off, I got nothing against Mexico, so, I mean, if that was meant to be an insult, it doesn't even make any sense, you know? They're their own country with a proud history just like we are. It's almost a compliment. Maybe that's how they meant it, and I took it the wrong way. But anyway... when Americans come to Canada, a common refrain is they're like, you guys have... wait, let me do it. Can I... so I'm sorry, but like... y'all got so many coins. Okay, that's the only one I'm gonna do, I promise. And it's like, yeah. We do have a lot of coins. I gotta say, and this maybe is biased for the fact that I've grown up here, I like coins. I also like paper bills, but I got no problem with coins. Yes, they're heavy. If you're a wimp, and yeah, they jingle in your pocket. It hurts. There's something about paying with a coin, though, that makes, like, everything feel like it's an arcade. And I can get down with that. I do not want to lose Succubus, and I don't care about Void. This sounds crazy. I think I'd rather have the HP. I love... like, when sometimes, you know, I go grocery shopping, have to pay for parking. I know it's a foreign concept, but then if you buy over $7 in groceries, then you just give your receipt to the person that's checking you out, and then you get, you know, $3 off of your grocery bill, so effectively the parking is free if you shop in the store, you know? If you're curious about the economics of it. Yo! And actually, I'm gonna roll with it. Because I'm more likely to use it than I am with Book of Belial, where I end up saving it for far too long. Plus, we have car battery, so this is like, it stacks real nice. Anyway, and sometimes I have to pay for parking. If I pay with a credit card, it works most of the time, but it takes a while. You know, it's insert credit card, you insert it. Half of the parking paying machines are like a little broken, so they go like, error not accepted, and then you do it again, and it goes, error not accepted. You do it one more time, and it goes, this card is valid. And you're like, yeah, I know. Should be, at least. When you pay with coins, you just go, a-ting, and then they're like, have a nice day, Mr. Letourneau. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did you know that? Makes you feel like you're playing a game. Now, really, in real life, you know, what you're doing is paying for the right to store your car on God's given land. But, you know, if you don't think about that and instead go, this is fun, then you got nothing to worry about. I'll go to bat for coins, is all I'm saying. Also, much prefer paying for coins for small purchases as opposed to bills. You know why? Because if you pay for a small purchase with bills, you're going to get coins back. You pay for a small purchase with coins, you get space. Feels good. Now, maybe you might argue if coins are such a nuisance, maybe you wouldn't want to have them in the first place. Now, I can't necessarily disagree with you there, but I'm stating my preference in the real world, not some kind of fictional fantasy world. I'm really getting into analog currency lately. Digital currency was cool. It was a nice novelty for a while, but this is a very privileged line of reasoning, but if I take like $60 out of an ATM, it feels like I'm committing a crime. Like, if I spend money on a credit card, I know that 3 weeks later, I get a piece of paper in the mail or in my email that says like, hey, here's how much money you owe us for the things you bought this month. And then I can look through the itemized receipt and be like, I didn't really need that. We need to go to the item room. Didn't really need that. Oh, did you have to supersize that? Oh, yeah, sure, add the protein powder. Oh, another $3, who cares, right? But if you take a little money out of the ATM, you pay right there, and then you got free money to spend. Of course, literally, that's not how it works, but that's how it feels sometimes. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. Like, once the money's out of the ATM, it's already spent. It's like you've given yourself credit. It's like buying yourself a universal gift certificate. From you to you. Try it out. If you're one of these people, and I was and have been, and like, to be honest, continue to be, predominantly living in that digital currency lifestyle, try some analog currency again, dude. You might find, you know, you enjoy it. I'm not saying every day, but like a little bit of a treat now and then. What do I know? I still use checks from time to time. Not to pay for, like, real things, just like, you know, tax. Ba-dum-bum. Now, we got a little problem here. Okay, Bumbo's actually fine here. But I think it's, I don't know, maybe we're handling it slightly suboptimally. Let's grab this. Grab this as well. It's Retrovision again. Oh, you've memed me. You've memed me again, good sir. It's a minus 0.4 speed upgrade. I actually cannot take it. It's untakeable. That item has been rendered useless as far as I'm concerned. We can't play the Demon Judgment 3 times. And 3 times is the minimum requirement to get him to pay out. So I'm just going to play this twice and let Bumbo take the money. Blow it up. Get my HP back. Can't be done. I don't think it's worth it. It would be worth it if we could take it and guarantee that it would lead to a payout, but without being able to guarantee that, I don't think it's even close, honestly. All right, so we're out of here at 12 minutes. It's pretty much on schedule, all things considered. We'll head down to the next floor. Feel like, you ever feel like North American culture, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but it might be true in other parts of the world as well. We're kind of like, we're moving away from digital, processed, etc., a little bit. Like, technology is obviously still going, but I don't know, I see a weird, like, resurgence of almost like, I don't want to say it's like Ludditism, but stuff that used to be popular like 40 years ago, like real sugar sodas, for example. Now, admittedly, I would definitely agree that they taste better than corn syrup sodas. But for like 40 years, people were fine with corn syrup sodas. Nobody, I don't know, I never once heard my parents, who grew up in like the 70s and 80s, be like, oh, this soda stinks, you know? It was way better. They always talked about how much better it was when it comes from a glass bottle. We were getting all these plastic bottles, and they were like, well, it just tastes better in a glass bottle. I never once heard them say, and maybe, you know, they thought it was the glass bottle, but actually it was the real sugar. I have no idea, but... The Hermit. Just take me out. I know we could probably get the boss rush, but... I'm not taking the coupon over... Ah, that's right. You should take those. Over Guppy's head. That would be foolish. I don't really have a... You know, it's one of those rare, and by rare I mean it happens about, you know, 6 times a week situations where I go, you guys ever think... And then over the course of my immediate conversation afterwards, I go... You know what? It turns out I don't even believe that. I had a hypothesis in mind, and then I convinced myself of the opposite of the hypothesis over the course of my conversation. Disregard. So, I mean, we didn't even talk about what just happened. Bumbo, you should take those. That's my bad. We didn't even talk about what just happened there, but we're very happy with what did happen. We got Guppy. We got Guppy with, you know, reckless abandon. I think we do want strength over Hierophant, so we'll just pop Hierophant. Strength is a free deal with the devil at some point. Nah, temperance is not the right call right now. Maybe to get a blood bank, but... And I'm not worried about the half heart there. What I am worried about is free dry, baby. We tried. Another Hierophant, though. Alright, we are absolutely gone. This is a very, very great situation so far. I'm going to caffeinate a little bit out of comfort, not need. Let's get a move on. Dude, this is extremely good. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. 15 minutes to get down to the depths 2. Did I accidentally smelt a trinket? Oh, no, it's error. Okay, yeah, that's right. I did smelt the trinket, but it wasn't an accident. It was the trinket that gave us our only speed up. Don't need Bob's brain. I genuinely thought that we might want to take caffeine pill. That's how much... I think the game is mind-flooding me into believing that... Sorry, Bumbo, go ahead. We got over 15 cents, so now he's max level. I think the game is genuinely mind-flooding me into believing that speed is worth more than it actually is. Like, I have to... I think it's, you know, dare I say, at the risk of DAEing, it's kind of like flying an airplane in a simulator and not in real life. You know, you want to... I'm not acting like I know anything about flying. It's just a convenient metaphor to make. You know, you got to trust your instruments more than you trust your eyes. You know, if you fly by sight like the Rush song, you could end up, you know, upside down. You don't know where the horizon is. All of a sudden, near Martha's Vineyard, you're taking a little bit of a tumble. You trust the instruments, and the instruments in this case are everybody telling me tears are more valuable than speed, and me agreeing based on my experience, but very recently thinking speed is a lot more valuable as a result of the immediate conditions. That was... if we're going to take damage on the way out, I guess. Who cares? I kind of wish we had taken Guppy's collar now, just so we could have every Guppy item, but... To be honest, I don't really want to smelt our existing trinket. Now, I also do not care, even if we could get a free upgrade to the second level of Super Meat Boy, about Potato Peeler. And again, none of this really interests me. Omega Penny squandered a good thing. We had a good thing going, and then they chose to get a little bit too pedantic about it, and I say no, no, no. Chaos is just more fun than 9 volt. 9 volt is also great, but it's kind of like, you know, we can afford to invest in our leisure time. It'd be kind of a jerk move to just go for the obvious answer here. Now, I may do Boss Rush. I think we've got a really nice setup for Boss Rush. I would do it if we got a decent item. You know, if the item's worth the time, we'd do it. Sprinkler, unnecessary. I guess you have to consider, like, Sad Bombs is almost certainly worth it. And you gotta remember, it's not Sad Bombs. It's Sad Bombs plus another item. It's gonna go pretty quickly, I think. It's a shame because, like, our bombs aren't even that good. By the way, I want you to know, we're starting to get into the NLSS danger zone. So if you ever thought your boy doesn't give his all to an episode just because the NLSS is starting soon, you are not correct. I will do boss rush when the optics look right. And all I will do is have to deal with chat going, hey, why are you 5 minutes late? And I'll say, Isaac. And they'll say, we got you, buddy. Don't even worry about it. They understand. Isaac is like traffic, dude. This is like my commute to the NLSS. I warm up, you know, I do some solo bits. I bring the good ones into the episode and ask the other people what they feel about them. And then, you know, sometimes there's heavy traffic on the aisle 5. Now, we're kind of in the hubris zone. Haven't talked about that in a while, but I still genuinely think it's a real thing in Isaac. When your run gets too good, you get too comfortable, and you start taking way too much damage. I think we're basically in that zone right now. And the faster we get out of boss rush, reset ourselves a little bit, the happier I'm going to be. That being said, we do have almost unlimited survivability because of 9 lives. We're definitely in the zone where, like, with 1 HP times, like, you know, at least 3 or 4 attempts, we could pretty easily beat Blue Baby. Now, that was just very dumb on my part. Don't shoot. This will probably be the last wave, I think. This feels right. Ho, 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 ho. Happy learned to count subconsciously and not even be able to access the information with his frontal lobe. Dude, I love it. Utero XL. So many XL floors. Well, 2 XL floors. It's more than you'd probably get on an average run, though. You know what? I'm holding error because it's weird, I'll admit. It's a little bit of, like, manufactured Zane. But simultaneously, when we get a room that has that effect, it's terrible, but we also have flies. So it's not as terrible as it could be. Algaes, extremely useful. I'm just going to be honest with you. We just did boss rush. I'm pretty unlikely to do the Hush. The Hush is really the only boss that, like, hard counters 9 lives. Because you can't escape. If you die against Mega Satan with 9 lives, I think you get spit out in the spawn room on the chest, so you could just be like, well, I'm not doing that again. If you die against the Hush, tough luck, really. Get used to it. And, you know, all these come from personal experience. I don't theory craft anything in Isaac. That's why, you know, a lot of my wisdom is unconventional. It's honest, given my experiences, but might not be necessarily by the book. And it's hard for me, because I like to live my life by the book. I'm a by the book sort of guy. You know, when I'm in class, I'm a nerd, 100%. I'm the guy who, like, reads the chapter in the textbook that the lecture is going to be on before the lecture happens, so that during the lecture, it's like review from material I've already learned, and I feel like that reinforces the knowledge better. And you're going, well, who has that kind of time? And I'm going, well, I'm working, you know, 60 hours a week. I have a wife. I take care of domestic maintenance. And I'm more kind of like, who doesn't have that kind of time? I didn't have that kind of time when I was playing 4 hours of Dota a day. I'll give you that. Leisure is also important. I mean, everybody needs to take some time out of their schedule now and then to fly a short-haul flight across the continental United States in the simulator. I guess the real question is just how deep is your love? Yo, Tarot Cloth. Extremely great. 2 of clubs. Unnecessary, but not bad. And yeah, our HP isn't even in a Hush level right now. Our money is, but our HP is not. 33% chance of a deal with the devil. Considering how low our HP is, it would be wise for us to take any good deal with the devil if it shows up. Didn't get it. That's life. Might as well just pop. Alright, it was a very comfortable run here. And I hate the use of the word quiet. It's used all the time on sports Reddits. You know, Patrick Laine quietly scores his 35th goal of the season. What does it even mean? It just means that, like, not everybody's paying attention to it, I guess. It's a meaningless fluff word. It's like adding, you know, a little broccolini to a dish. Mostly garnish. Sure, you can eat it. It's not really necessarily what it's there for. It's a presentational thing. But I really, you know, in between the accidental, you know, Edens instead of randoms, and, yeah, we have to take this, probably. And the, you know, HOTUS run in the middle, and etc., etc. Kind of haven't noticed that we've pretty quickly managed to build up what's going to be a double-digit streak pretty soon, if we continue to win. Now, bad things can happen on just about any run. Probably not this one at this point, but almost any run. I thought we had a Tinted Rock in here. Oh my god! What's happening? I don't even care about the other blank rune. Just, like, get me out of here. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, again, here's the thing. The reason that this is now at a 9 streak instead of, like, a 33 streak or whatever it would have been is because your boy had a moment of weakness. You know, it happens to all of us. I took Tiny Planet thinking I was bigger than the game, and I paid the price. So we learned a very, very valuable lesson on that run, and that lesson is never take Tiny Planet or any fun item ever again. No, I don't mean to sound bitter. I'm actually, you know, as we refactor our Isaac know-how, I kind of see it like, you know, it's Rocky. And I know I use this as a metaphor all the time. But in Rocky 1, how do they train Rocky? He's a young guy. He's real strong. You know, he's got sharp reflexes. Not the biggest brain, but that's okay. So they train him like a conventional boxer, you know? That's me when I got the 119 streak. Sure, take Ipecac soy milk. You know, you could just roll with the punches. Now, I got calcium deposits on my joints. We got to train in a different way if we're going to fight Mason the Lion Dixon. We will take Hemolacria. And honestly, Guppy's Pa, yeah? Book of the Dead is not worth it. Rosary is fine. And Euthanasia. You can take this out of context for all I care. Euthanasia is fine as well. Now. Take me away. We might as well take Spider Baby. Qu'est-ce que c'est? We're not going to be able to open any more chests, in all likelihood. Maybe we'll get some keys, perhaps not. I'm not really super thrilled with the items we got down here, but you also have to keep in perspective that, like, you know, so what? You know, we've been blessed many, many times over on this run. And we're looking real nice here. I will open that, of course. It's good stuff. I mean, I always go back to, like, you know, Nick and I did a race on Balls of Steel once with Cobalt Streak and Richard Hammer, and we were talking to them after the race, and we were like, you know, what's a good time for, like, an Isaac run? Like, a competitive time. And they're like, well, if you can beat the chest in under 25 minutes, you're in a good spot. And this is a run where we would have beaten the chest in under 25 minutes if we had not done Boss Rush. So as far as I'm concerned, we got a great conventional run with a little splash of Zane. Picked up some cool items over the course of it, and you know, anytime we get a chance to use new Hemolacria, I'm a relatively happy man. Yo, that was ideal. All right, take me away. Country Roads. That's not how that song goes. And we're good. Dude, fun run. I just want to check the streak real quick if you'll give me a momentary abatement. Ooh, 9. Next one's big. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.